And we are streaming, hopefully. Oh, and Agan didn't continue the song. Boo, hiss, sir. Boo, and indeed hiss. In any case, Tales of Confusion for the 25th of November 2022. I hope we're all doing okay. And let's have a look at who is around currently. So we have Legius and we have Agan and obviously myself. So we're one away from getting a game started. Also, you may have noticed I've done some updating. The tournament standings, I think, based on what I've actually updated with, haven't been adjusted since... I mean, he's just the bot that's in the chat. I wouldn't, or at least in the lobby permanently. I think JP might be stuck here. But I've updated the standings for the first time since... late February was the last time I'd actually updated them, based on what I could work out. So yeah, that's about 90 games uploaded to the thing, and obviously I was leading for a good 30 matches or so. And then all went to pot a little bit. I mean, I mostly stayed consistent and everybody else started gaining points, is the way the chart sort of plays it out. But I've been on a good run of form recently, which has put me back into contention. Still 100 points down on Rumi, though. So, you know, we're going to have a tough time with it, I think. But hey, as written there, I've confirmed that the 23rd of December is probably going to be the last one of the year. We might do an event on the 30th, but that would be mostly likely some... we used to do a bunch of sort of board game style Mahjong events, and I might actually see if I can manage one of those. I've got a rough plan for a Hidden Rolls Mahjong tournament, so... we will see. I might have to have words with people about how to implement and how to balance that one out a little bit. But hey, I think the main intent is I don't want it to be not Mahjong, but it should be Mahjong played to a theme which gives you bonuses, is the way to do it, rather than forcing you to play in a certain way and guessing. But hey. Anyway, we're still waiting on one more player. If we don't have that, then I'm going to have to go into the Jade Rooms, which I don't want to do, if I can avoid it, because I like being in Master 1. I still haven't got over the fact that I'm there, so I don't know if I necessarily want to start playing games in it and start risking my rank. It would take a while, admittingly, but you know. Incoming! Alright, we have an incoming Prospero. So, let's see how this goes. Also, it looks like my chat box is actually working this week. Excellent, excellent. Well, this is true. However, because of the way it works, your average is below 0. In fact, actually, I can bring this up. So, the score tracker. So obviously I went through massively updating this, but as we can see by this, Agan, you have played 39 games and have won 3 of them with a 7.69% win ratio. Your highest score is 66 points, which I think is 2 wins, or 2 small wins, or 1 big win. Most likely 1 big win in terms of that points gain. But because we have a 0 floor, you aren't at your actual total, which would be negative quite a lot. Still, I honestly think you are improving as a player, but still, that's why you're not in the top 5. Alright, so we have Legis and we have Prospero. Agan has decided to leave after I've explained theories to him, I guess. So we are waiting on 1 player. Agan's back. Okay. Random seat is on. Legius, Prospero, Shadowhawk, myself. Start. Good luck all. That's fine. I thought it was just disgusted me commenting that you weren't in the top 5. How many games I won? 3 out of 39. %, actually, I think. Indeed, just over 7. I mean, if he wins this, he actually gets the 10%. So, you know, that's got to be his goal. Anyway. North to start. So in terms of our aspirations for the top thing, Legius is closer to us to Rumi here. So really, top 2 we need to be, and preferably above Legius, because again, we'd like to leapfrog him into second. I've only ever won one of these year-long events, and the one I did win wasn't year-long, so it feels a bit... It feels as if it's not a legitimate win, because that wasn't a full season. It was when I had sort of one of my Mahjong breakdowns. But yeah, I would love to get towards the top here. What I generally need, though, is a couple of wins and for Rumi to drop some points. He's an extremely consistent and good player, though, so that is possibly wishful thinking, but again, there's time. Okay, so Tanyo probably. We could go for something weird like Toy if we get some pairs or stuff going on here. Actually, I'm okay with Chitoy here. So if we draw another thing or we draw something that connects to this, I can cut the 2 free. Failing that. Alright, Tanyo. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about necessarily there. I just guess giving up on the Chitoy, but this is fine.
Chi.
Alright, 3/6 Tanyo. On the same tile that I just called off. So, you know, somebody might decide they want to drop a pair here. Aiden goes for the attack. Big 5 pin.
No.
It's nice when that works out that way. Simples for 1,000. And I get a reach stick. Alright, dealer turn. Double North, double Dora. Let's play the Norths. They're not bonus tiles for us here, and we can go for Tanyo. We also have potentially Sanchiku here, but I think we can go for an open called hand here if we get the 5 early enough.
Chi.
So closed 5-man or just a 4/6, just a 3/6. I mean, hopefully we get the 5 early here. Oh, that is extremely good. Tenpai on turn 3. It's a 5-man weight, but it's still decent. And upgrade paths do exist. Could have potentially played 4 there and tried to work around things, but I like having the Tenpai here. Doesn't feel like as dealer there's a reason not to take it, and there we go. No. Tanyo 2. Okay. Building up. What have we got for the next round? We've got a little bit of an awkward hand, this one. Let's go south to start. Again, pair of Norths. Not doing a lot for us here. We might push for a Honitsu, which might mean that we regret the south discard, but we've got a lot of work to do to make that happen, and we've already drawn a sequence, so I'm less likely to go for it now. 1 East played. We might play red next. Frustrated with the call. I'd say 17 would be a great discard here, but... Okay, Agen with Dragon. I don't mind giving dragons away early. And we know East is relatively safe. Double Dora. So now we could potentially cut the 9, maybe even cut the whole terminals side of things here if we can draw something connected to the 4. There's options here. Evening, Sammy. Arguably a misclick, but we'll play on with this. So the red we know is an absolute safe tile. Red east should be safe as well. One pin does nothing, and we've already discarded one. Yeah, maybe I'm just getting rid of my terminals here, and we'll just see if we can force a Tanya. Although getting rid of the Force now is a bit bad for that. Okay. One half step closer. Yeah, North is almost certainly up. Well, we look like we're going to get in the pair weight for North Dora. One North played. We might get the second one, but it seems like it's a bad weight. Oh, that makes our Forso discard worse. We'll keep this and see if we can self-correct, but yeah, that 4 is a mistake in context. Especially as I had other things I could get rid of. Alright, 2 calls. Looks like that's going to be a Chanter up top, which makes our 9... Well, the fact that he's discarded a 9 quite useful for us. Could be just Sanchku. We might already have it.
Riichi.
Well, we cut the Norths. We do have another definitely safe tile against him, but we have a number of definitely safe tiles against him, actually. We're not far away from just getting something ourselves here. 3-6 is played. If it is a 9, it's going to be a thing. Honestly, I've got points. I'm just going to play around Legius. If it's a big sumo, we lose a lot of points here, but we did gain a buffer.
No.
It's not a big...
Riichi.
It's not a big sumo, it is Reach Pinfu. Okay, Reach, all runs, and 1 Dora. Okay. Well, we're still positive in our dealer turn. Can't complain. And didn't have a lot of room to dodge that one. Okay, 3 pairs hand. We're probably looking to just Tanya this unless we draw an early east or an early green. We are sitting north as well, actually, so any of these paired would change our mind. But I think we're just going to go for a cold Tanya attack here. That actually helps us out in that plan. We'll keep north a little longer because it's our wind and it's less useful to everybody else. Okay, that gives us the sequence, gives us 2 waiting sequences. So 6 pin ideally. 9 pins acceptable. So that's putting us into a reach only situation. So 2-5, 5-8 to finish. And we can go for the quick 1 Han hand. Or 1 value hand. Both of these are safe to Aegon. Legis is playing Tarnpin. Prospero is playing Tarnpin. And we can still do a 6-9 swap here if we get that first. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. That might not change anything. We might still have to break one of these up for a pair, for a final pair, but this is, potentially gives us 6-9 weight as well. 1-9 played, one of each. So that gives us 5 outs. That gives us...
Riichi.
That gives us things. We'll go for this. So it's reaching 2 triplets. There's not a lot of value here, but it's a good weight. 7 remaining. Problem is, we look as if we're Pinzu. So I'm not expecting this to come out of people. But that we are apparently good enough to just Ipatsu Sumo this. So free value for us. Riichi Ipatsu Sumo, 4,000 points when it's only 1,000 is deserved. I was hoping for Carnage rather than that, but hey. Alright, so Aegon rightfully upset that we've killed his dealer turn. Sometimes it is better to be lucky than good, as I have mentioned a number of times. Alright, I don't know if we're doing Cheetoy shenanigans here. We might be. Wish I hadn't got rid of a South, but it was before we drew... Well, no, I should have kept that South. South would have been useful for Cheetoy purposes here. Even with one now played. Don't want to keep dragons.
Pom. Chi.
Okay, 2 quick calls. That's backfired on me. Yeah, so it looks like me and Legius are just sort of racing each other to the high points at this stage. Evening, Kyril. I need to bounce some ideas off you in a little bit. I've just basically updated the score sheet, as you know, and I've decided the final is going to be on the 23rd. I was thinking about doing a Hidden Rolls Mahjong event on the 30th, which would be the final Tiles of Confusion of the year. And I'm thinking more sort of allowing it to be sort of a normal game, but with bonus points added for how well you played to your hidden roll after the fact. So, for example, if we just take the atypical Saki, you should get bonus points if you manage a Khan, and even more bonus points if you ever manage a Rinshan, for example. And sort of coming up with sort of point allowances based on how difficult these things are to be in character. Again, the gameplay is as normal, but you get bonus points for each time you achieve certain objectives, with a probably max at 1 hand, depending on how easy we make it. Anyway, I need to concentrate on this because we have a Honitsu against us here. Probably impossible to balance. This is true. And also possibly impossible to come up with 6... Well, I've got 6 rough ideas for people at the moment. And honestly, none of them are balanced. Also, it got me to rewatch some Saki later, so... Alright, we'll go 9 here. It's a risky thing, but we got 2 8s. Chocolate Mahjong pieces. Igni, are you listening to me, out of interest? No, I just have, because I was sort of struggling for ideas for what characters you could do and do things. That's the worst part. The worst part of anime is actually watching it. Ugh. I like it, but I hate watching it. Anyway, I'm in trouble here. It kind of does, but you know, I didn't mean just for Saki, of course. I was just looking for random sort of characterful archetype things. Because, of course, you can have the sort of Tetsuya stacking thing, which gives you bonuses whenever you Ipatsu or whenever you get Uradura, for example. Because both of those would be indicative of Tetsuya stacking the board. You know, that's sort of how you could try and play it. Obviously, there's no real way to play that except reaching all the time, which, you know, you probably should be doing anyway. But this is kind of the rough ideas and cogs as I was turning with making Hidden Roll Mahjong a thing, but doesn't actually directly impact the actual game of Mahjong. You still have to play that well, but just additional bonus points for doing things. But yes, impossible to balance, and I've got to work some other bits and pieces out. Oof. Okay, 2-2-2. Could be Chanter. Let's hope it's not. Could be Chanter, could be Dragonitsu, could be a lot of things. Because I think that was the thing. I think with the hidden role, as we played it, it was sort of a... it's sort of you had to play that role, and I'd actually prefer it to be more of a case of you get bonuses for playing to your role, but there's no actual penalties if you, you know, get to a position where you can't actually do the role, which I think happened with a couple of players from memory, but, you know. Right, I've got to be careful about what prospecting. I've got so many Dora in this hand. This is a ridiculously good hand. I should be attacking this. Can I get Tempai off this? If I was concentrating a little harder on this hand, I feel like I'd have got there. Sure. Give me a Haite. I was about to say, how many else have I got left? Just the two there. Phew. That was fun. I mean, I didn't necessarily mean hidden rolls, but you know, that sort of effect. But sort of an allocated roll anyway. Because ultimately it doesn't matter if you know... Well, I guess it doesn't especially matter if you know what other people's rolls are, but who knows. Again, it was random thought and idea that I can implement something like that. Given I've had about half an hour's of thought into this, yeah, things to work out. But I definitely want to do some kind of event on the 30th. Yay, double dragon. Went down for the last possible moment there. It's fine. Again, we'll work something out, but I miss the days of board game Mahjong. Can I call this? And if I do, what's the penalty? Little awkward. That's better. Same kind of a little. Fair enough. Yeah, see, now it's much better, but obviously now the 5's gone. Still, he's played a couple of Sozi tiles, so maybe he'll give us the answer here. Yay, I've drawn 3 dragons now. Yes. Yeah, that though is a far more complicated venture. I mean, you have to find enough players willing to do it. And by willing to do it, I mean willing to understand the darn thing. Ooh, very nice. What do we want to get rid of here? Let's go 6-7 because there's an outside chance we can get a Sanchiku here. That's 2 down. It's a great video if you've not seen it. I think it's in the Discord channel somewhere, but somebody will have to repost it. Ipeiko Dora 2, potentially here. Which would guarantee it. We could... Oh, there's 3 Tussos gone.
Riichi.
I mean, we'll go for it. Reach and Tudora. But there's definitely some value missed off here. Indeed, all the broken stuff. And of course, polymerization, yeah. Alright, Legis is going for it. He's playing nothing but Sozi files, but not the ones I want. We should go... Again, I mentioned this a while back. We should actually do a traditional card game stream on Tabletop Simulator at some point. Again, yeah, absolutely. Just doing a traditional card game thing, you know. Dealer's choice, we play the game until that's done, dealer's choice. Who knows? Something of that nature. And of course, the traditional rule, if you mess up the deal, you put a pound in the pot. Which has always been a rule of every card game I've ever played. You mess up the deal, you put a pound in the pot. Doesn't matter if we were ever playing for money, you put a pound in the pot, and the next winner gets that pound. Makes poker even more expensive, but you know. Anyway, we have a lot of viewers tonight. Hello, everybody. Clearly, I should update the table more often. That's clearly what it is. Anyway, we're doing quite well going into South Round. Time for a comeback. I mean, we love to see a comeback. In general. I wouldn't like one now, but the chat can absolutely wish for a comeback. Okay, Ishanten. I've got a points lead, and I am trying to knock Legis off the dealer button here. But if I do nothing, this is Pintu Nami for not any points. So I think we will reach this if we get the shot. Pintu Ipeka is not enough really to warrant going for things. Say final tile. I guess it doesn't matter. We could potentially go into a double pair weight here. Also, I've had a meaningless sense of deja vu here because I'm sure I've had this hand before. It's weird and possible, but feels unlikely. I've literally just had one of those moments. Anyway, clearly the Matrix has been updated. I wish I could remember if I won it the first time or not.
Riichi.
I mean, that doesn't seem encouraging for me winning this. We'll play the safe tile to start with. So this is tricky here. There's no guarantee the 9 will pass, but if it is 9, it's probably a power weight thing. We'll go for this. Well, the only person you can blame for that is yourself, sir. What do monsters do? They be monsters. Why do they have to do anything? Except be summoned, you know, except be summoned a bunch of times in one turn. Well, there's some attacks going on here. I mean, I wouldn't mind either of these two picking up the win here. I mean, it's got to be Aegon with a pair of them, surely. Legis would just win, so yeah.
ラン
Ah, that was the one thing I didn't want to happen.
リーチドラニ
Alright, 7-7. I mean, that is ultimately the key question at the end of the day. You can write these rules up, but do they make sense? Are they consistent? And then, are they fun? Feels like question 3, but... I didn't mind a reset here if it happens. Hi, Brimmy! Well, reset's not happening, and I do not appear to be in a position to challenge for this one. At the moment. We'll see. Yes, and that's not great, but you still have a dealer turn coming up, sir. Not that he can hear me, but he has a dealer turn coming up. He can make a comeback happen. That's annoying. Okay, well, early reach has happened. Dora free from Aegon. Oh boy, this is going to be one of those hands. Okay, well, let's just try and dodge this. It's a low probability, but there's a chance we can dip behind Legis if we deal into this carelessly. Yeah. One south played. Still kind of keeping Chisoi on the back of my mind here, but I feel that ship has sailed. Maybe something else has happened though. Yeah, I'm gonna get around.
Riichi.
Oh, isn't that annoying? Yeah, nothing good against this. I am okay with that.
Note.
Yeah, 369. Yeah, early Call of Dora 3 was concerned, but yeah, okay. Momentum's building up a little bit here. I could do a better starting hand, and that looks it. Well, damn me, it's too bad, indeed. Not going to call that just yet. Tempted, but not yet. Okay. Want to obviously keep the one near the Dora, and everything else is connected. Could make an argument for the 9-man, I guess, but... yeah, okay, 9-man. So we're still hoping to just drag him this one. Two refill sandwich gives us a possibility. Alright, let's see some dragons.
Pom.
Couldn't have given me one back. That would have been nice. Okay. We're getting to the stage where we might be considering cutting these, but we'll see. Yeah, see, now Tanya is definitely probable here. Although, could do with a definite 4 on this side, definite 4 on this side. Maybe it's...
Pong.
maybe it's better to do this thing. What do we think? 8-man. Ishantan. 1-4, 1-4. That's probably information given away, but we'll see.
Chi.
Pom.
Long.
Okay, we'll take that. £1,000 points plus repeats off of the player. Just below me in the point standings, and we have a dealer turn. Alright. Let's get out of this dealer turn. Oh, at least you're honest about it. I mean, North reset wouldn't be the end of the world here. The hand's not that bad that I would ask for it, though. Wait. So, possible Sanjiku here. We are going to cut the dragons immediately here. We'll keep the east for as long as it's possible, but probably going to cut that as well. Might just end up being Tanyo here. Okay. Correction. So there's one left, but in theory, nobody should worry too much about it because it's not the east round. So this is, of course, theory. And currently, it looks like the east is going to be our pair, so it might have to be a reach on a two-sided weight for reach only. Should probably have played the 6 earlier, actually, rather than the 2, because obviously its proximity to the door is questionable. Well, I got Nora out of it. So now it's reach 1 with some Uradura. Against a probable Honitsu, we have to play that now. This guy's look Tanpin, but obviously he does have that bonus tile, so it could be bonus only.
Riichi.
Okay, reach 1-4. And Ipatsu.
No.
Reach Ipatsu Dora 1. And presumably Uradura. Yep, 2 Uradura. Okay. Mangan for victory. Pair of Norths in the East seat, which is something I've now had about 3 or 4 times in a row, I think. At least, no, not in a row, but you know, I feel I've had that 3 times this match already. Not gonna pair, not gonna call that. So how do we get a Mangan out of this? We hit 9s, we reach, I guess. Oh, Hagen's poetry has got him into reach, and I have a loose door in my hand, so we shall see. I've got enough points that this isn't a major concern as long as I don't direct deal into this, so we'll just play our Norths out and see what happens. No Ipatsu. I'd say brave choice against that, but it's Prospero who's got it. And Prospero, of course, is going for this as well, because he's got a... He does have a deal turn left, in truth, but he's a Mangan gap... Well, Hanuman gap down, really, give or take. Reach and Sumo, it's a big one. We have picked up a Mangan ourselves, so that's going to mitigate whatever this is. Looks like it's just Mangan, so 4,000 lost. Well, 4-1. And he can earn some points. Alright, comeback begins. So 3 relatively unconnected pairs and a set of potential bonus tiles, which have all more or less been played. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to go for Chitoy out of this, but we'll see. Do-do-do-do-do. Not right now. White Dragon. So 4 pairs. Yeah, so going from... I think we're not going Cheeto. I mean, to be fair, even if I was going Cheeto, I'd probably get rid of these 2 regardless of that. Bonus tiles, and also we see them. West I probably want to keep. Hello there! Okay, so that's working. I have the worst final tiles for a Cheetoy, though. Yeah, if we get this, I'm probably going to go Dharma, at least initially. Also, I've got enough points, so there's that. Okay, a couple of terminal calls from Aegon. His discards don't necessarily indicate that's what he's going for, but we'll see. 9-pin's safe. 2 Norths. I mean, Aegon could generally just be on Toy Toy. Question is, do we stop or do we go? We stop. We'll play our 9-pins out. We can potentially turn this into a conventional hand if we draw a 4-man. Especially as now we know the free safe, although that's actually useful. Unfortunately, nothing I know about is safe here, so I guess we carry on with this. 2-pin's also relatively safe, though not perfectly. Okay. So options here. 3-man, 5-man seem the most dodgy against what he's doing, at least in terms of what discards have come back to us. We now have Tanyo, so that's helpful. Making the 7-so pass is going to be awkward, though. It is a half Suji. He has played the 9s out, but feels like it'd be awkward. Tanyo winning on the 5-man. What's the worst happens? I deal in, I lose a lot of points. 24. I'm okay to Dharma this. If he does win, then he does win. In the meantime, 5-man's not likely, but you take what you can get at this point. Oh, that's not great. Free-so. It's unlikely he wants the 2-so. There is a possibility of it, but it seems very unlikely. So 5-8-5 to improve the hand. Could have a 7 as well. You've still not played a high amount of Manzi tiles. I mean, if it is that kind of terminal heavy hand, the one is dodgy. One was played 6 turns ago, but not ideal. East is fine for now. Again, I'll take the Tenpai if we can get it. A Tanyo Dora 2 is absolutely fine here, but poof. Yeah, Dharma. This hand's good enough. It's not very likely, but we'll see. I don't know if one calls on or not. It was like there could be some carnage, and we do like carnage potential. Let's just stay on the big hand though. Oh, you know what I've realized I've just missed? I had the chance to do a Richipatsu Haite Sumo. I should have gone for it. That would have given me enough points to break the auto win. No, I wouldn't have done that after that, but you know. Haite? No.
Tenpai.
Yeah, some interesting hands going on there. Alright, Aegon stays dealer. Double Dora and a dragon pair. No, East isn't doing anything for us.
Pong.
Hopefully we draw a couple of connecting bits to this. 6 mana would be ideal. Cut the 3 in the place of that. Or maybe cut the 1 free. That's potentially doable. Let's cut the 1 free at this point. Draw 4 mana, go into there. Hope to pair something up here or just go into a 5/8 weight. Okay, helpful. Still ideally want that 6 man or to pair up either the 5 or the 8. Or in fact, pair of anything at this point. I mean, that is a pair. It probably means we're cutting one side of this, but I can live with that potentially.
Riichi.
Oh, that is an awful, awful draw, but we're going to Dama into tempo. 1/4 pin. If Prosper plays a 1 pin here, this is brilliant. No, 1 man. But 1 pin is a safe tile. It's nice to have winners that are safe tiles to the player who's the obvious threat. It also means that they don't win on them, so you know. Dragon 1. Okay, so the game moves on. Moo! I don't know why Aegon says... Oh, there we go. Asterisk N. If you meant to say N instead of moo, that's his own business. Well, 30,000 to go. Prospero's final turn. I have to look into Moon. What he was a lunatic, but I think he was that kind of lunatic. Is it even a full moon tonight? I don't know. Can't see it at least. Okay, East. Alright, so I think we're just going to try and close this one out, get ourselves a Tanyo, end on 60,000 points. Take a huge chunk out of Rumi's current lead. We have 2 people currently queued up. If we do get a second game just about started, I will fire that one off. If we don't, we'll have to wait until we're done here. I'm probably going to do a commentary game after this one. Yeah, 6 pin. I've been on a good run of form, gotta be honest. I mean, that's just, even ignoring this game, it's kind of had the dealer turn and started building up. Anyway. Southall, Legis can take a win. It's probably not going to affect me too much, although, technically speaking, I should probably want to interfere with this, because Legis is second in the standings at the moment, so reducing his points might be beneficial to me officially, but again, I can't do a lot to disrupt this. My hand's not anywhere near anything. So I imagine this is just going to be play out say tiles and hope that something like that happens. Cheetoy.
リーチチートイドラニ
Hits the
マ
manga.
ンガン
And GG. Ah,
As
I say, that probably helps me out a little bit. My form in Tiles of Confusion recent games has been kind of ridiculous, looking at that. So, yeah. Alright, so we have a current pod ready to fire, so this is going to be Orocat, Prospero, Aegon, and I apologize, I don't know what that means. I'm going to say start. Right, I'm going to now go feed the cat, and then in about 5 minutes I'll start some commentary on that game. So, bear with me. Do, 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 do. And I am back. Okay then. Oh wow, we have another saint in the chat. This could be a bloodbath. If somebody can give me an approximate translation for that, that'd be useful. But if not, The Saint, I suppose, is as good a title as any as I describe this game. Always comforting to hear the words bloodbath in a match I'm in. I mean, he's no match for 10th Dan Aegon. He is no match for 10th Dan Aegon. His plays will confuse and disorient. That being said, let's see how this goes. We will, of course, follow the dealer, who is Prospero, who has a pretty shiny hand here. Actually, Aegon and Prospero both starting with Theodora, and not the worst connected hands in the world. Aegon might... Well, it's a little dragon heavy, but that's not a bad thing necessarily. Quick hand with with dragon seems good. Prospero has to probably just cut the 9 and go for something like that. Saint-Chi or... I mean, the Saint for the moment. Well, let them answer when they want to, but let's go. Okay, so Oro is looking pretty decent. Obviously not a lot of value there, but potentially a quick hand. And let's see how we're going. Ishan-ten already for the Saint. Meanwhile, Aegon has his dragon and he's probably looking to just try and get a Honitsu, maybe? I mean, Honitsu's worth 2, Dora's worth 1. Might be considering it. Especially if he keeps drawing Sozi tiles. I got one of those jelly bean bag things. I genuinely don't know how to respond to that comment. Oh, the many flavor thing. Oh, okay, sure. Sure, I never saw the sort that have the sort of joke flavors that aren't actually really edible. Yeah, a pair of dragons is fine. Except none of the bad ones. Yeah, double dragon happens. Alright, there's the reach. 2-5. So, looking at it, 5 outs in people's hands, but 3 still on the wall. Oro has actually got himself pretty close. That's possibly Itsu up top. I remember the last time I pulled off a possible Itsu. It was ages ago. Alright, Aegon has hit Tempai here, 6-9. Yep, correctly does it. Again, 4 outs. 1 played, 3 in the wall. But pressure on now. Yeah, Oro has no Yaku except Reach if he goes the way he is. Meanwhile, Prospero. Development. More development. I mean, this is reasonable for Tanya Dora 2 at the moment. That's as dealer, this is a hand you want to go with if you can. I know you're up against a reach and a double call, but if you can do it safely, you've got to try for this. There's a little too much value to give up here. Two East played, East is fine. Oro's risking things a little bit here, and now a dealer can reach if he wants to. 6-9 late in the game. I mean, how many outs can he see? 1, 2... Yeah, Oro's in trouble, and does deal in with it. Reach Ipatsu Dora. Okay, big win from Prospero there. Honestly, as mentioned, Prospero played that very well. Okay, Oro has a free Dora opening hand, but the rest of it is a mess. But free Dora can excuse a lot of mess. It's going to take them a while to build to anything, though, so we'll keep an eye on how that's going. Prospero, after that win, it means he's been rewarded with a fairly decent opener. No complaints here. Not a lot of value necessarily, but, you know, options, possible Sanchiku, and at the very least a good route towards Pinfu. Aegon also has 2 Dora, and a bit more of an awkward hand, which is relying on edge tiles a little bit. Still, if he gets some good luck, that's going there, but, I mean, this is the hand I would like. Not gonna lie. Cold ginger tea. Isn't it the worst? And yet I will still drink it all. I like all things ginger normally, but this has gotten to the stage of being horrible. Anyway. Maybe. I mean, he's got to cut something with this, but I think I'd probably be inclined to cut the 1 here, especially as you already have your pair. I mean, to be fair, I like ginger in almost anything. And it's only because the tea's now gone cold that it's now horribly... Yeah, it's now gone horrible. It was fine warm. But... Oro, it's still a little awkward here. I mean, I'm wondering if even the dragon helps him out a lot here. He's got 3 pairs, some middle tiles there. You need both of them to really keep both Dora. Plus an edge case. It's really tricky. Open Khan from Aegon. And he's been rewarded with yet more Dora. And yeah, Prospero now has Dora 2 in his hand as well. This is going to get messy. Okay, call for Tanya. Waiting on the Forso. And 4 pairs if Oro wants to go that direction. Okay, do you switch? You might want to switch for the 6 here, given 4 versus 6 comparisons. But again, I mean, you get the half CG anyway, actually, so... Still, at the moment, it looks like 1 in the wall. And actually, you CG'd both half of it, so yeah.
Boom.
Oof. Well, this is going to get interesting somewhere. He has to play the 6, can't take for a 10 weight. Or chooses not to anyway. Prosper still Ishan 10 for his Tanyo. And that is now definitely a Toy attempt up top, but he's going to have to play a 3 and a 5-man into this board, which admittedly is safe to the Saints, but not safe to anybody else. We'll look at it. That is Aegon's Tempai. Unfortunately, it's a Yakula's Tempai because he's got the 9s in his hand. So Rinshan is the only way that works, and he's not going to get the 4 out because there'll be a win before that happens. Oh dear.
Boom.
Well, I mean, this is an interesting little standoff here. And now Prospero can just reach and throw this into chaos. It's only 1 hand left, but I'd actually reach here to try and force something. There's also Kandora, so why wouldn't you? Okay, free player Empire. Okay, East second repeat. Hagen again, beginning with Tudora. As actually is the Saint and Prospero with 4 pairs, and I actually kind of like this hand. We'll see where he sticks with the pairs or goes for something else here, but I kind of like this. You also technically have the option of going for something terminals if you get the luck to do that, but yeah, don't call this. Now he's got to go Chitoi if he doesn't take it now. That was his crossroads. He had to, if he was going for Toitoi, he had to call that second one. But now he no longer has that option. He must now go for Chitoi or go for a conventional hand that's based on that. Still. We are kind of in support of Oro here because we like to see a comeback. We like the game to get closer. And in truth, I don't actually know how good a player Oro actually is. We haven't done proper analysis on him because he doesn't play that often. So we'll keep half an eye on that and see if we can make any judgments. But I mean, he's had a bit of bad fortune with both his opening hands thus far. Even this one wasn't great, but he's building it up reasonably well. Okay, end of row 1. A few options there. Triplet of the West's not doing great things for the Saint, but still doing okay. I kind of agree with everything here. Obviously, the South was played before. It was known that this was definitely a Chitoi hand, so I can't say there's been any major errors on Prospero's part in terms of trying to build this. That being said, maybe going for something a bit more conventional in a little bit. Long chain of Sozi tiles, which unfortunately is what he looks to be on. Agen calls a 9 out of no... Actually, Agen has Doko on. Which is another one on the bucket list of I have never seen this Yaku here. Let's see what he does. Does he stick with the 9s? Please stick with the 9s. God darn it, he actually does. Alright. There's one left, but I want to see it. Because that would be a phenomenal job, and that's on the bucket list of Yaku I have never seen. Okay, good time for Prosperous. So I think that's, yeah, cut the Norths and go for a conventional pair weight. Can't call that, unfortunately. That Chitoi now, but I mean, absolutely fair that he's gone for this direction, but that has effectively meant the Chitoi has backfired. I think he's actually reverted here. It might have been better to play the dragons. Maybe. One out. Call this, break up a pair, I guess, but then you've got dragon 1 as your hand. Yeah, it does not take it. I mean, he's got 2 safe tiles for the rest of the game, which is, you know, a fair thing. He's dealer with a lot of points, so being able to protect that lead is valid. Okay, Ishanten and a Fret. Aiden has a good hand. I would definitely be going in for that. Doko Dora 2 is Mangan. Actually, is it 2 or is it 3? I think it's 2.
Riichi.
Late reach from Oro on a free 6. Four safe. Yeah, and Prospero quite rightly getting out of there. Don't call it, Aegon. Good. Thank God. I don't know if he knows this Yaku exists, but thank God on him not calling it. Oh, it didn't happen. Oh! Oh, that's somehow even better. That is 10th turn Aegon at optimal power. Oh, that move. Not only did he keep the hand, because I was convinced he was going to call and not, you know, and break up the hand he had, because it's an unusual one. It's one that never comes up, and Aegon's not that knowledgeable about Mahjong. He kept the hand that was the only legal way he could win, and then he gets the Haite, because obviously they're 2 passes. Wow. Alright, so we have a pair heavy Chitoi potentially here, possibly Tanpin. Yeah, honestly, I need to... Hold on. Create highlight video. Bear with me 2 moments while I go and make this. Because that was frankly ridiculous. Problem is, I can't quite see the end of this because this doesn't scale correctly. Oh, actually, there we go. Zoom in. Thank you. Oh, darn it. I don't have audio for this, but Alright, I have made a clip. I unfortunately wasn't able to listen to any of it in the background, so I'm making assumptions for things. I'm sorry if it breaks off, but yeah. I'll clip that properly when I actually get some time. Assuming it will let me, actually. But jeez, that was a play. Anyway, what's happening here? Looks like Chitoi versus, at the moment, Oro is just building up to a hand. Yishanten at the moment. 5s are with Aegon, so that's not likely. Oh no, I mean, yeah, absolutely. But I'm going to extrapolate for you that was the thing. Yeah, so clearly you didn't know that hand existed, but you still made the correct decision not to just call it. Because, you know, it was Dora free. Okay, Dharma on the 5 pin. Aegon has a pair, but there's still one in the wall. There were still so many ways you could have misplayed that. Because, as I say, the Yaku you had is quite a rare one. And I've never actually seen it actually happen in a game. We're basically the same numerical triplet in each suit. Which was your only winner. And then, of course, final tile. And because you obviously couldn't win that Dora, and nothing had changed on the other 2 players.
Riichi.
Okay, here we go, Riichi. So this is a 9-6 wait for Oro. Prospero has a ton of Dora here. He might have to convince himself to go into the... Oh, that feels unfortunate. Reach pin through 1. 3-9. Well, Oro picks up some points. The comeback begins, I guess. Let's see what happens. I always look at a handful of terminals and suddenly have not so much panic, but sort of an anxiety of, right, what ridiculousness can happen from this? It doesn't look like it's going to be that ridiculous here, but obviously he only needs a couple of pairs and this takes off. We'll see though. He does at least have the pair of the bonus tiles, so yeah, options. But again, until he sorts that out, that's not doing anything. Dora 2 and a possible Cheetoy from Oro here. Which again, shame we got rid of the early west, north, south, but this is potential to do things. Hagen, meanwhile, is starting to clear the honor tiles out, which again makes sense. I think though he's going to be a bit too far back on this one. Okay, Oro seems to just be looking at Tanyo Toy then if he's cutting the 9s here.
Riichi.
Okay, there we go. Reach on the many-sided way. 253.
Run.
And that's for dealing. Not Ipatsu, but with some Kandora. Actually, no, he would have got that anyway. So, Mangan. He thinks we were lulled into false sense of security. Do you? I don't think you were. From what I've seen, they've had hands that are there or thereabouts, and they've got really unfortunate with quite a few things. For all of your 10th Dan mastery, yeah, the sequencing on that, anybody would have dealt into that on that sequencing. Anyway, following Aiden Vidila, 1 Dora and a hand that is reasonable, but not there. Played him actually got double run, so that's going well. Oh dear. It's fine, sir. You don't have to. By the way, Carol, can you check the clip that I've made? Because if you've not seen that, that deserves to be seen. I don't know if you were here for that necessarily. But also just check exactly how much I butchered that. I'm going to have to make it after the stream, I think, to get it properly. But if it's good as is, we'll take it. Heard it, didn't see it. It's phenomenal. And admittingly, Aiden has admitted he did it by accident, but it's honestly optimal, full power 10th Dan Aiden. How do I even look at these? I have no idea. I've just made the clip. Again, it's the first time I've used the highlight thing ever, so apparently it's uploading, so it might not be there yet. In which case, it works it works far worse than the Twitch version. Which, given, you know, this was made afterwards and made to emulate that, who knows? Can't you shan't in? Oh, there we go. Alright, I probably cut it a little early, but there we go. But yeah, again, I had to do it from a really big-sized thing of about an hour video, which, again, the Twitch clipping system is better for this. But hey, we're on YouTube, we do what we can. Anyway, I should really be focusing on what's going on here. And what's going on is that we have a Ipeko Pinfu up top. Prospero has made a call, and I think is probably looking at Toy, but I think honestly he should probably have been cutting the 9s rather than the 2 there. To just take the Tanyo and try to get out of it that way. But Toy it is. I mean, does look as well, except for the fact that both of these have come from the hands. It does look as if it could have been a Honitsu. How lucky was that? As I say, the sequencing was phenomenal. I for sure thought Aegon was going to call the door out and ruin his only Yaku at that point. But yeah, as I say, there's no shame in dealing into that. That was impossible to avoid given the circumstances and everything. But, you know, just... we see glimpses every now and then, but this proves Aegon is 10th Dan and the best player of all of us. And if he was to show his true power, we would be no match for him. Well, I mean, as I say, I wasn't aware he's even aware of that Yaku existing, so... the Doko, I mean. Which, you know, I was all excited to see the Doko, because, you know, I've still yet to see one. But hey. Prosper deals in, and we have an even game again, as we enter the South round. So, yeah, other than Oricat losing a lot of points, yeah, status quo. Restart. Yeah, hints are on. So Aiden can work out what tiles he can win on, but... I mean, he would say no Yaku, actually, but, you know. This is just a random 2 that he could call. He could call it, but not win. Which he had to work out, but, you know. It's not training... I mean, to be fair, this was a begin... I realised we had gone far beyond this at this point, but this whole stream was supposed to be a sort of beginner-friendly environment to learn. And, you know, it's just not. Into wall, indeed. It was still possible that you could have got it. That's the thing. And it would have been Mungan had you have got it. The fact is you got a Mungan anyway because, you know, horrible, horrible sequencing. Anyway, Prospero with the early call, looking to just have Dragon 1. Yaku High 1. No, Yaku High 0. I thought he had Dora for some reason. No, he doesn't. I remember days and none of us know how to play. Yep. Those innocent days of probably 4 days ago. I still don't know how to play, let's be honest about this. I manage well enough to convince all of you that I'm good at this game. At least good enough. No, I wasn't going to say yesterday. That was too obvious. No, it had to be 4 days ago. But no, there are times I just play this and I feel, what am I doing? But you know, sign of growth that it's that Dunning-Kruger curve. I know enough now to know that I'm somewhere down this part of it. And there's a lot of study I need to actually do any kind of progression within where I am at the moment. But hey, maybe it'll actually convince me to do some. Possible Itsu from Prospero. It has been, but that was, I mean, one tile away, absolutely, it's possible. Don't go for the Itsu. Take the Tenpai. Good. They have been killed by that sort of greed before. The possible Itsu is an illusion. Never trust it. But still, T58. Oh, sure. But it wasn't. He had the East called, so... The little Itsu. I mean, sure. It was only worth 1 even if he hadn't, and obviously calls have happened, so the sequencing's changed, but still. It has to show, I could have happened! Alright, Aegon Toy Tenpai. Versus Chanyo... Oh, actually, that's Dora 4. Yeah, okay. Yep. This is a clash of things. No head bump is on. No, head bump isn't a thing at the moment. You turned that off. And big hand. So Mangan from Oro puts him in range. But it's still a close game. Ooh. Okay, this could be a thing. Exactly what you want to see is Dora as dealer a pair of Dora bonus tiles. And Prosper gets the pair of beasts. So both selves are still in the wall. We'll see how that goes, but tight game. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, mono. Oh! Oh, that's ain't luck. I don't want to hear about the head ball, as they can call it. Although I will say that Agen's commentary on the match was definitely required to put into voice form. Actually, you're not in that Discord. Kyril is, but... Oh, this... I mean, the jam flow is happening. Egan was doing sports commentary. He was, and then I did the voiced version of it, and I think I improved upon it considerably. It's still there, I think. It's let me just find it. It's in the Wibbly Discord. Egan News Network. Just scroll up a bit. Actually, scroll up quite a lot, actually. He's buried it a bit. Yep, Tenpai. Tenpai 2-5. I mean, I could put it into the other one as well, actually. We'll see. Anyway, T5 for South Dorfree Mangan. Agen hits sumo only. I'll see my seat wind, actually. So, yeah, that was nicely killed by Agen. And Agen takes the lead. All right, South 3. 2 to go. Let's see what happens. Agen looks to have the most complete hand here, actually. This could be him running away with it. If he gets a decent hand here, that could be Agen's victory. Useful tile for Oro. And a full set of dragons for the Saint. We'll see. Opposed discarding tile and tile not appearing in place. I mean, to be fair, some of them are just the system putting pauses in, but you know. Spoilers, sir! Spoilers! I haven't put Aegon in timeout in so long. It feels good. Nah, we're not going to do that. It's fine. It's said. It's on the thing. It's there. Blah. It's fine. All right. Let's just see how this ends. I mean, it's just the dealer turn. Don't worry about it. Alright, reach from Aegon. He's gone for the closed 5. Did he have better options than that? Single 1, which would be for a 10, so I guess not. Well, potentially a good bluff reach. We'll see. Prosper also tempt buy for the freeze, so at this point. Yeah, no worries. Just observing the end of this game. There was definitely some nonsense going on. Ghost disguised for another match. Oh dear. I'm sorry. I meant to do some analysis on it because I still haven't got a good measure for how, you know, good, bad, or otherwise you are. But, unfortunate, but really had to go for that, I think. Red 1, and Prospero picks up a couple thousand points. Okay, so Prospero takes the lead going into the final hand. Aegon needs 2,000 to win. Should be easy enough as Dora, as dealer, especially as he's got 1 Dora. So any hand plus Dora, Aegon gets the win. In terms of challenges, I mean, obviously Prospero any win will do. Oro needs Mangan Sumo would do it. Hanuman Sumo would do it for the Saint. And the very... Actually, would Hanuman Sumo do it? 12,000? No, it wouldn't do it immediately, but it would bring us into a West round, so... Would effectively do it. Unfortunately, somebody's already spoiled that he's not going to a West round, so... I'm just going to keep myself ignorant of that fact. Okay, useful tile. So, Pinfu looking likely for Aegon. And again, Pinfu 1's all he needs. Doesn't even need to reach with this. I will join the next one. I'm just obviously waiting for this to sort itself out. So 2, 5, 4, 6, 9, and he gets for 9. 2, 5. Yep. I mean, 2 door is overkill, but it's better to have it than not. And despite his angry comments, will he actually manage it? Maybe he was bluffing. Alright, pawn for dragons. I mean, that's not a hand that's big enough to really get an improvement in position, but it would secure third, I guess. Prospero's still got a way to go, whatever he's doing. Okay. So it's 1,000 point, well, 2,000 point hand. Could hold back and do some carnage, I suppose. Or just sumo. Yeah, I mean, it secures third, I guess, but it doesn't do a lot to help the position out. And I've got C win, I guess, actually. Alright, maybe it's a little more valuable than that. I thought for some reason he wasn't gaining positions, but actually they secured seconds. Okay, that's me misreading that. I missed that that was the round wind, which I shouldn't have done. Okay, GG. Okay then. Let me just jump in. So, currently we have... Yeah, it's because I was dealer. I mean, actually, yeah, you lost more points because of a dealer sumo. That does happen. Alright, so the game is Prospero, Oro, Chiral, and myself. Good luck all. You know, for some reason I thought that was 2000, but of course I missed that was your, it was your seat wind. So, yeah, well played. Okay, let's see how this goes. Good luck. Well, this hand's a mess. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Ten gives me, I think, a 15% chance.
G.
If I've got enough time. Unfortunately, that's 3 wests gone, which immediately makes this a problem. Yeah, 10 calls off. We don't want to indicate. But we need to draw that west. Alright, 9 pin or west. Come on, one time, 9 pin or west. Preferably west. West is what we want. Give us that west wind. If it wasn't for the fact 3 of them are gone, I'd be a lot less nervous about this. I mean, come on. If we got 9 pin now, this is almost... We're pretty much there. Come on. We can do this. This is doable. 9 pin. West. No. Come on, 9 pin. It's also Fedora, though.
Pong.
Okay, we got that to worry about. But unfortunately, I think that's got to be a bonus tile only. Thankfully, West isn't their bonus tile, so that's something. This is a Yakuman chance, though. We're going to go for it as long as we still have a shot of it. Somebody could be holding a West just to spite us, but... Come on, 9 pin now would be perfect for us. Please, one time game. Give me that 9 pin. One time game. 9 pin west. We're gonna get it now, aren't we? Oh, we dodged. I hated myself for doing that, but we dodged. To be fair, if the West hadn't been so definitely cut off, I might have actually considered continuing. We'll see if we wants to North reset this. Nah. Same chances are high, but this is an okay hand, not amazing. I wouldn't mind a redraw if it were to happen.
Pong.
It's fine. We'll take a dragon 1 to become dealer. Possible Sanch Q on this as well. What are all the chances for a draw? You mean how many ways are there to make a draw? I'd have to type it out, so I'm not going to explain it right now. Somebody else can do that if they feel so inclined to help Hagen out. Yes! Stop listening to me! I'm explaining what my hand is, sir! God darn it, does your cheating know no bounds? I'm not playing. Oh, actually, you're not playing. For some reason, I thought you were playing. Because I'm not looking at this. Okay, that's fine. Alright, I can actually talk it out. So, yeah, 4 wins is a draw, as you've already seen. There's a 9 tile. If you draw 9 opening tiles, you can actually cause a reset that way. Which effectively is a draw. If all 4 players reach, that's also a draw. 4 Khans. If 4 Khans happen in the game that aren't by the same player, that also is a trigger for a draw. Then, of course, as you've seen, just end of the game, nobody wins. Check who's in Tenpai. I think there's all the methods that cause it. There is a triple Ron as well, which I think I've got on, which also prevents... that also causes a draw if all 3 players win off the same discard. Okay, gotta be aware of this now. Yeah, probably giving too much to Kyril here to try and enforce this. I could be chopping all 1s out. I already have a Hatsu, I don't need the value increase. Alright, 7 safe.
Riichi.
Okay. 2-pin right now would be very useful from Prospero. Okay, that happened. There, wait. So that rebalances their points a little bit and makes us the dealer. Okay, big sumo time, please. Where's the start? Yep, cold ginger tea, not the good idea. Okay. Prospero's got a hand then. So priority. So basically, Oro is second, Prospero is third, because Oro was the dealer earlier than Prospero. Actually, have I got that right? I think that's the way around. It's either that or it's the other way around. I think it's the way around I said though. Very good. Yeah, I can bring up points, I can't bring up positions right this second, but I'm fairly certain they would have actually indicated second, third. But I think it's on dealer order. Okay, so this is a little awkward because I've still got the 1-2 in hand, but I think this is fine. At least for trying to just force a quick hand while I've got no value. Oh, that's very good. Okay. So now I've got a couple of ways in.
Pong.
And of course, it's always nice to be waiting on the tile that was just discarded for a thing. Because people seem to judge that as safe when it really isn't. Still. Wrong 5.
Riichi.
Okay, red 5 across from us. We need to draw 2-5 now. Would be useful. Half Suji.
Chi.
Wrong 2. How much do I care about Tanya 1? I think we'll play safe for the moment. We have a half CG, so we can potentially go that way. If you draw anything connected to the 4-man, we'll probably go for the Khan here. 4 safe. Okay, we can Khan.
Long.
Okay. So before that, Prospero was first because fewer dealer turns actually taken, so that's how it determines the priority order. In case we have a close game. Not sure I like this. South.
Pong.
We'll take that. Play a 7. Most of this is fairly well connected, so I'm just going to go for the quick hand here. As much as I can. So 1, 4, 6, 9 would be ideal.
Pong.
Okay, off-wind means Honetsu most likely. Manzu.
Pong.
Let's see, we can call 8 so if we wanted to, so we will. Ishanten.
Chi.
Cairo wants to come join. Oh, 2 1-pins gone from Kyril, unfortunately. Can we not have some help over here? No? Awkward. But fairly certain we know what he's waiting on.
Chi.
I have a wider range of tiles. Let's see. One four's not a good weight here, but I'd love it, so we'll see. But Kyril doesn't want it, so maybe. Depends who you're concerned about, but 2 1-pins already played. I played a 2-pin. Maybe it'd be fine? Who knows? Okay, white's fine. Didn't want to happen. Alright, 6k points puts Kyril above the threshold. Double Yakuhai and Adora. This is pretty ideal.
Pong. Pong.
So we're probably overplaying this a little bit, but I'm going to lean into the Dora side of things. I mean, pairing up green right now would be quite good.
Chi.
Honestly, naked weight would probably be fun, but let's see. Don't go into a naked weight. I'm fairly certain I've told people that quite a lot. But let's go. Let's go. Don't play terminal tiles. That's all I'm basically saying to you guys now. Don't play terminal tiles. Don't go into naked weight. Absolutely.
No.
Don't discard tiles in my obvious naked weight. One was out, so you know there was a chance at this. But you know, it wasn't good necessarily. It was needed. Thank you. I'm not saying it was good though. And the game is no longer needed. Even, indeed. Okay. Indeed. No, the game is no longer needed. We have solved Mahjong. Okay. But still, it's a narrow lead at the moment, so we need to be aware of things. But importantly, we got Kyril off of the dealer button, which does matter. I'm okay with bluffing a Cheetoy, bluffing a Honitsu here. But let's see. Definitely a Pinzu nonsense going on the other side of the board. Yishanten. Problem I got is that East is, well, 1 out now. Okay. This would be a perfect time to hit it. So with Suji set up here, 9 can go. Gotta be aware if Kairo's on a Shitoi weight or something. But this would be a good time for us to draw final one. So we're setting up our half CG traps here on our final tiles, and I think East is okay as a final one. Alright, let's go. Shitoi Dora 1. Waiting on a 2-man. And the frees are being walled off here. This looks good.
Riichi.
Oh, the frees are being very walled off. Well, I have the half Suji up. Again, this is the only one I've unlocked, but
No.
that reach Shitoi and a red, so 64. All right, that gives me a buffer to Chiral. I can't just have a Kagi play for you, okay? I can absolutely. That was planned, and that was nothing to do with Akagi. I mean, I'm so happy you walled off the free man. Yeah, honestly, we might be doing the same thing here. This looks like another Chitoi. I mean, to be fair, we have things here. There's Kaga. I don't know who Kaga is in this context. Should have probably played the 6 rather than the 7 here, but let's go for that anyway. Ah! Interesting. Oh, this is coming together. This is a Dharma Chitoi. I even have the 9 half Suji waiting. I have a Tuesday, only loose one. We even have a half Suji on the 1 if it comes to it. 1 out. This is pretty decent. Gotta get the last one, which is always the difficult bit with a Chitoi hand, but this feels pretty good. Red's 1 played. Come on, T-Man.
Bon.
I can only win if I get the last tile. This is very, very true. But, you know, we need to get the second to last tile, though, to just, you know, be in a position where we can win. Arguably, that second to last tile is even worse. This is where hands get stuck. Chitoi especially. Also, I should not have calls on. That's me playing badly. The reason I had calls on is because I could have technically have taken this if I'd have got some early triplets. I'd have gone Toy Toy. But that has not happened. Yeah, with the exception of the impossible hand, yeah. Okay, I was already into that. fact they've seen it, the fact they've been in the game with it, lies.
Riichi.
Okay, reach across. Free. So they're relatively walled off here. You can also move a 9 for absolute safety, though. Oh, wow. Okay. 1 pin for Chitoi Doradora. This would be a good sumo.
Riichi.
Yeah, enough of that. We have better music. Yeah. And he had 2 of our outs anyway. So technically we had no outs because he had them in hand. Which happens. It's the one downside of Chitoi. Okay, west to start. So 4-8 down in south 2. Possible Sand Q and a white dragon.
Chi.
Yeah, I'm gonna go early for this. We have Sand Q, we have white, we got ways around this if we want to go for it. Even potentially head east, but that seems to have evaporated immediately.
Chi.
Tempted, but no. That would have been bad. Can we have a free pin, Prospero? Please? Aww. That's a shame. So white dragon into a single weight sounds fun. If we get the chance to change that to a 9, we'll do it. If we get a chance to draw a 7, go to a single thing here, we might do that as well. Technically now we can call 7. But ultimately we're white and take the free pin weight. 1 out. With T7's gone, I don't think we're going to be greedy about this. We'll just take the pair weight if the free pin comes up. But Prospero probably wouldn't play the free pin here. Well, we'll take it, but not especially happy about it.
No.
I feel mean about this. I feel slightly mean about that. Because I don't think that was not great. Oh boy. Oh well. Points. I stay with dealer. North to start. That's right, that was the only way that free pin was coming out of there. And I shouldn't have done that for 2 calls immediately before I got the white dragon, but at least they don't have to necessarily know I didn't have the white dragon to start with and was just calling. If I had the white dragon, then my hand makes sense from that perspective. The fact that I didn't is probably suboptimal. Still, I at least put pressure on the board and caused things, I guess. That's the argument I will stick to if I'm challenged on it. Anyway, 1,000 points behind the leader. Two-door in hand. See if we can get a pin through. And 7-pin would be lovely. 4-pin's not the worst. But 7-pin is what we want right now because we want to use this lovely, lovely shiny tile here. Alright, oracles. Possible Itsu. He says, not quite believing it is. Actually, this is more like a Cheetoy right now. Cheetoy door free though.
Boom.
You know what, let's go aggressive. This is too aggressive. I'm gonna say that now, but getting to a Toy from here is really not a good, sensible decision that any reasonable person should make. But it's what we started, so we shall carry on. My sort of backup plan is to just get rid of the 1-9 and go for Tanya. I mean, I shouldn't have got rid of a 6-7 if I was doing that, but you know. Dora passed.
Pon.
Maybe I do want to play the 9 here. We'll find out in a moment. That was a pretty good draw. Ishanten. So 252. Free 6. Plenty of things get us there. And of course, we have that to worry about. Yeah, that's one of the few tiles that doesn't actually work, but it's useful to know because we can discard it now if we want to.
Chi.
So we have 2 Dora. So pair weight and 2 Dora is fine. 2 or 2. East is fine. Haite.
Tenpai.
Tanyo 2 is absolutely fine. What was that? South 3 pairway? Or was that Cheetoy? Closed Cheetoy. Okay. Manageable. And we take the lead off of Cairo, which is important. For psychological reasons, rather than I mean, to be fair, we're close enough that it doesn't particularly matter, but psychological reasons. Actually, there's enough bonus points that really the lead is nothing. Any hand it gets ahead of me again. But we've hit east. We have Dora, and this hand is pretty quick.
Pong.
Yeah, I have Tenpai already. Turn 2 Tenpai on a 4-man. If we're a 5, I have Sanchku. 5-pin, I mean. Okay, pair 2. So it means upgrades is going to go to the 4-7 weight here at that point. Or I could go for the double. I'm kind of inclined to stick with what we got for the moment. So it looks as if we might be doing something... Well, we're obviously not doing Chitoi, but it does look as if we're doing something odd.
No.
And the oddity is that we're going East Dora 1. 29 plus some bonus tiles. Alright, building that lead back up to Chiral here. Repeat number 3. I mean, for all 3 repeats, I haven't actually hit anything of any value at this point. This is about 66 ahead. South 2.
Riichi.
Okay, that's fair. Our hand was basically there on the first turn ourselves, so... Let's see. I'm actually going to play both greens. I might have thought about that a little longer, but honestly, I still feel it's worth playing the greens out here. We don't have an easy Yaku, and at this stage, I'm just kind of hoping that... Okay. So, attacking into this makes sense. We're going to go for Tanya. We're going to cut these 9s next, and just go for an easier hand as we can. If the dealing happens, the dealing happens. But... Oh!
Chi.
Full push! Ah, good on it. If only I hadn't called that. Reach, concealed, 1. So 4k, I lose 2 of that, so he will retake the lead. But a reasonable dealer turn. I just need a hand here, and I get back ahead of him. A hand, that's all I need. West is Dora, but I don't think that helps me a great deal. We'll give it a turn, see if we can make any use of it, but...
Pong.
But we'll push. With the gap this small, we are of course pushing the Carl. I need to keep the pressure on. I can't let him have a dealer turn to build up some points. Okay, I have freed Cairo with that, but equally worth doing. Unfortunately, in freeing him, I've now made that slightly easier, so we're going to counterattack. I mean, to be fair, I think we're both walking into this as much as we can. Just, yeah, full-on attack. Quick hand, short hand, do what you can. And the first thing I draw that I can pair, we're going with. And I really want to draw a 4-man here. Or at least a 4-man from Prospero would be the best in terms of indicators.
Chi.
Absolutely. It's a point rush at the moment. The problem I've got is that I think Karo's ahead of me in the point rush. And this Tuso is going to be awkward. Thankfully, two of them are just gone, so I think I'm okay for this turn. It probably puts him to Tenpai, though, is the only problem. Maybe not. Depends what he's got. He might just have nothing. He might just have Tanyo. I need to draw a pair. That's what I need. Well, that's sequence, so one off. So a single tile if we get anything if we get 4/7 man. East does nothing. I mean, you only say he's leading because he's 1,600 points in the head. That could mean anything. Yeah, alright with the Mansu, but he's not there yet. Prospero possibly with the Mansu as well, but also not there yet. Well, that's the pair we wanted.
Pon.
Fun. Drawing a 4-man right now would just... Okay. 1 4-man, but I'll have to make either of these pass. This... Ugh. Okay, this is acceptable. I mean, to be fair, we still lose a turn to counterattack, but the situation's unchanged. I'm surprised it was a full flush, actually. Well, obviously I had the sequence and I had other things, but yeah. Enough tiles for it, so it worked. Alright, all last. Gap is 1,600. I need... Oh, that is a hand I want to see if I'm going for a 2k rush here. Double Yaku High. Okay. Anything will do. Just call everything, win. That's the plan here. I mean, to be fair, it's exactly what I've done all the way through this South round, it seems, but this is what we want. If we get the pair of the dragon, then we're absolutely set. Double Yaku High, 2,000 points. Enough to overhaul Carol. Dora. Okay, we only need one of these and that Dora now, so that's enough. Now we just have to get there. South or red. Or we get another red.
Pong.
Alright, Carol. Game on. I have Tenpai. Are you Tenpai? 6-9. Oh boy, okay, let's go.
Pon.
I mean, of course, Carol discards in. I reverse discard in, actually. That kills us as well. I have 2 absolutely safe tiles here. Do I really want to... No, we're staying in. Screw it. 6-9. 9's going to come out.
No.
Knew it! Rewarded. We played it big, we whisked the white dragon against the unknown hand, and we got rewarded for it. GG.
勝利とはリスクと等価交換で手にするもの。
I mean, this speaks for itself because it even has 2, 2, and 3 going on the end of this, but... Well, how do I feel in form? To be fair, though, that was mine and Kyrol's South round was basically a point rush between the both of us. And yeah, there was some defense going on, but it didn't feel like it. That was fun. that was great fun. I apologize if that was a bit miserable for Prospero Oro, but yeah, GG. Oh dear. Good. Yeah, there was some silliness going on in that one. Oh dear. Well, I'm happy to watch one more, but I'm probably going to call that a stream unless we get some players in now. And I definitely want to protect my 2 wins for today, so I'm probably not playing again. But we'll see. Give it a couple of moments. Maybe we'll watch the 10th Dan Agen clip again. I mean, as I say, it felt like both of us were just going all out for small hands and just really in that sort of point war, which, you know, was a lot of fun and stressful. To be fair, it wouldn't have been had Oro or Prospero been close enough to overtake us if we got it wrong, but, you know. Also had drawn on an early Cheetoy on Sana. Yeah, that happens. Which I consider medium. I was kind of going all out for 2k hands at one point. The my Sanjiku, which I feel really guilty about because Prospero gave me all 3 of the sequences for that Sanjiku. I only had a pair of whites almost the whole time of that. That was really a bad thing to go in on, but I figured, alright, go quick, put pressure on, disrupt people's discards, and yeah, just... Oh boy. Though I had no rights to win that. Alright, I think we'll call that stream there. But let's quickly just go on to this and full screen it. And this probably isn't showing correctly on the stream, actually. Let me just do a thing. It isn't, but still. This I think shows enough. And a threat. Aim has a good hand. I would definitely be going in for that. Doko Dora 2 is Mangan. Actually, is it 2 or is it 3? I think it's 2. Late reach from Oro on a 3-6. Four safe. I should really mute the other thing because I don't know how this is coming across in the hay. Getting out of there. Yeah, this sequencing, both the drawing of the 2-pin as well, Good. Actually. Thank God. I don't know if he knows this Yaku exists, but thank God him not calling it. Yeah. Oh, it didn't happen. Oh! Just... Because, of course, he only drew that last turn as well. It was just... The sequencing required for that to happen was kind of phenomenal. That is 10th Dan Agen at optimal power. There was just... Yeah, again, there was no way anybody would have dodged that in a realistic scenario. And just, yeah, that was epic. Anyway, I'm going to call it a stream. Thanks for joining me. I will catch you all another time. Till then.